Blog Talk Radio.
Tonight we're going to talk to you, the listeners. Your comments, thoughts of this 5-year missing persons case. The case that rocked the DMV to its core. Since the day of her missing, there's been thoughts, speculations, hypotheses, even ideas on where she is or could be. But after 5 years, y'all, 5 long, grueling years, and search after search after search after search, it's aggravating us all. We blamed everyone that has mainly been around this young girl, from her mother to her grandmother, even her very own aunt. Tonight, we will go deep in the case, the 5-year-old case of a missing girl. That missing girl is DC's sweetheart. I'm talking about little Miss Relisha Tanae Rudd. And this, my friends, is the Relisha Rudd Podcast. All right, y'all. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been up on here. I've been getting myself together, y'all. Took a quick break and now I'm back, but let's get it on, all right? So I'm glad to be back. I'm all right. I'm good. Hope y'all are good out there. But this is the one and only, the often imitated, never duplicated, who's been ridiculed, disapproved, disrespected, rejected. I've been talked about, lied on, and cheated, y'all. I've been knocked down. I've been slapped around. I've been mistreated. I'm the agitator, creator, and originator, director, and producer of this show, y'all. The host with the most. And y'all listen to me both, y'all, all right? You read about me in the Washington Post, see me on channels 4, 5, and 9, and see me on Al Jazeera, on American Tonight. I'm the shining light, but it's going to be all right because I'm the citizen detective, the DC's Dark Knight, the voice of the voiceless, sitting here high and pretty, rocking and rolling, getting down to the nitty-gritty in this chopper city. And we ought to talk tonight about Relisha Rudd, y'all. Now, y'all know me, Keith Davis is the name, and I'm the host and DJ of this, and I'm y'all citizen detective as well. I've been keying in on this, even though I haven't said much about this case and everything. I've been keying in on a lot of things, been thinking and pondering a lot of things and everything, and it just I don't know. I'm gonna use a funny word that one of my teachers used to use. It befuddles me. Befuddles me about this And let me just say, for the next 2 hours, you're listening to the most talked about podcast in the DMV. This is the Relisha Rudd Podcast Show. And we are now airing live the first episode of the 6th season, y'all. All right, this episode, we're going back to square one. And we're going to talk about the story of missing 8-year-old. And the story of this 8-year-old is crazy. She's known as DC Sweetheart, Relisha Rudd. Now, I came back to an old platform here, blogtalkradio.com, because y'all know I was at the Spreaker app. I came back to blogtalkradio.com because I wanted to hear from you listeners. So if you're listening by phone, stay where you are. If you're listening on Facebook, Twitter, watching, on Instagram, it'll be on YouTube later, and it'll be on Spotify later. But if you're listening to it live, I want y'all to continue. But if anybody are not listening by phone and you want to speak on this, don't hesitate to pick up the phone. Dial 516-387-1790, all right? And press the 1 once I tell you to press 1. Don't press 1 yet. Pressing 1 is going to tell you that y'all want to say something and everything, but don't press 1 yet. Let me get this all through for 4 minutes, all right? Now, I know y'all want to say something, but I'll give you to say first. I'll give y'all a chance to say what y'all got to say. Now, Relisha Rudd's been missing for 5 years, going on 6. And it's between 2 dates, February 26th or March the 1st. Now, the given date on this right now that the news is talking about is March the 1st. Others have said February 26th. So we're in between lines with this, guys. We're going to get down to that. We're going to worry about that date later, all right? Now, to begin, allow me to talk, to begin about this. Let me take a quick break and play some music, all right? Then we're going to return to tell you the history of this case about Relisha Rudd. Now, what happened to Relisha, isn't her fault. From the kidnapper to her grandmother, her mother, her aunt. They just wanted to steal Relisha's shine, as far as I believe. But Relisha was wonderful, a talented young lady, because she had that juice, y'all. She had that juice that everybody wanted, you know what I'm saying? So, in honor of Relisha and her having that juice, I'm going to go ahead and play Lizzo, y'all. Yeah.
I'm not the baddest bitch you like. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the fruit. Gotta blame it on my juice. The juice don't look like this. Hold up, nigga, please don't make me have to take your bitch. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. Heard you say I'm not the baddest bitch you like. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the fruit. Gotta blame it on my juice. 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 Somebody come get this man. I think he got lost in my DMs. What? What? You better come get your man. I think he wanna be way more than friends. What? More than friends. What you want me to say? It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the fruit. Gotta blame it on my juice.
All right, Lizzo got it going on, y'all, now. This is KWDC Radio Live, y'all. This is one and only. DC's Dark Knight right up on here. Keith Davis up on here, y'all, and we're going to go ahead so y'all can feel the experience of the Dark Knight. And that's me, y'all. So, it's been 5 years, 5 long years, since our nation capital was gut punched, by the news of Relisha Rudd going missing from her mother and 3 brothers, and the father of her 3 brothers, and who treated her like his own daughter, Antonio Wheeler, from the old D.C. General Family Homeless Shelter Campus, which isn't even there anymore. If any of y'all are in the D.C. area and y'all past that area now, it's I believe those are condos over there now that they're building up. And I'm just to pause for a minute. I would really like to see if that playground that they built when the what do you call it, the shelter was there, I wonder if they kept that playground there or they tear that down too. Just wondering about that, because that would have been a lot of hard work and a lot of money that would have been wasted, you know what I'm saying, and it could have been used for something else. That's just how I think. But in that shelter, it housed 400 plus or maybe more families in there, and many troubling issues were happening. I mean, there were drugs, sexual and physical assault and abuse, all sorts of violence. D.C. Metropolitan Police and PSD, even Capitol Police, were there constantly. And it's sad. It's really sad. My producer over there messing with the keys, y'all. I don't know what he over there doing. But then, what the hell? You know what, black people. Anyway. If y'all hear a little music in the background, he's trying to mess. They trying to mess with the ambiance. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Anyway, but like I was saying, you know, no one cared about anyone that truly needed help there, for real. Most employees were nice to the residents that were living there and everything. And let me stop right there for a minute and talk about these employees and everything, because from what I was told, you know, because I have old friends that were in there, and I'm glad that none of my sisters were there, because I would have went off. But the fact of the matter that there were the men's security guards, you know, men's security guards were trying to fuck the female residents at this homeless shelter. And, you know, some of them, I heard some of them succeeded. You know, but that's just on how business was done in that place. And it's horrible. It's horrible that a young mother couldn't come in and take their children, you know, up to their room and everything, or, you know, whatever it was in there, without getting hit on or having to hear, hey, baby, and this, that, and the other, and all that and everything. And see, I'm going to talk about this a little later in the program, but see, those women were vulnerable. You see, and these women were vulnerable. And this is how they came at these women at their roughest time, you know? It's like dangling a carrot in front of a horse, you know what I'm saying? So, getting back to what I was saying, you know, most employees nice to the residents that was living there. Some a little too nice. One employee, a janitor named Carl Khalil Tatum. Tatum was 50 years of age, maybe 50 plus. He worked at the shelter for quite a bit, and there are parents who have said that they've witnessed Tatum trying to befriend their children. Majority of the parents stopped him before he could get close to them. Tatum was a predator who continued to stalk for prey. That's when he met a young, talented, happy little girl, y'all, named Relisha Rudd. Now listen to me now, all right? He gave her, you know, gifts, took her out. It was said that the more Tatum did for Relisha, the more Relisha and her family trusted. But you see, that's what predators are like, y'all. Their predators are like that. This is how they prey on you, man. How they prey on your kids. How they prey on every and everyone that looks and or seems vulnerable, then they attack later. Just like a snake, basically. But I'll get back to that about predators later. But we got 2 hours to fill. So let me get. We got 2 hours to fill, and 2 hours comes real fast. But as I was saying about Tatum, Tatum took Relisha places without Melissa, without anyone. Now, Melissa Young, Relisha's grandmother, claims that when she saw Tatum with Relisha, she asked Relisha's mother, Shamika, who's that man? And Shamika responded that, according to Melissa, y'all, this is how she responded, was that you have Mr. Tatum, and Melissa claims now that her response was, it doesn't look right for your daughter to be rolling with a grown man. All right, and this is by Melissa's statement. All right, so Shamika said, it was okay because she go play with Mr. Tatum's, daughter or whatever, granddaughter, I believe. And so according to Melissa, Shamika said that it was okay, and it was okay for Relisha to go, play, go with him and play with the granddaughter and everything. And let me say this, stop right here and say this. I have not seen or heard anything about a granddaughter yet for the past 5 years. I haven't seen or heard anything about not single fucking granddaughter. But there was a ruling at the shelter that no child or adult could leave to go spend the night at any time. They were supposed to report back to the shelter every single night. Somehow Shamika found a way, because Relisha would spend the night out at Tatum's house, or she's over, Ashley's house or Melissa's house or whatever, and now I blame that on Shamika for breaking the rules. Tatum, of course, because he was still working there at the time, and he knew the drill. I blame him as well. I also blame the other employees, that especially security, who should have kept a much closer eye on things at the shelter and enforced the rules more. But it's kind of remarkable that out of all this, Relisha Rudd is the only child, y'all, that went missing, and it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking, It's the fact of the matter that she came from a life of poverty, and this little girl had nothing. And Tatum saw that. Tatum being that predator, he saw that. and he took it, you know, he took that little vulnerability, he took that little innocence off of a little girl. You see what I'm saying? I want to welcome those that are coming in from the chat room, Purple Pill, and y'all. Let me just tell you, it's chat room that's also on here as well. You can come on here on blogtalkradio.com/experience the Dark Knight, or experience the DC Dark Knight. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go ahead take another break in a minute. Got to pay those bills. But when we come back, we're going to continue with the story of missing 8-year-old Relisha Rugg, and also give you, the listeners, a chance to call in, speak your mind on the subject. So I'll answer any questions that any of you may have. I'm going to take this break, y'all. All right, but before I do that, let me take y'all down to the Old Town Road, all right? And ride till I can't no more. I'm sick and tired of that song. Hold on. I'm sick and tired of that song. Let me play something for Relisha.
Listen to the song here in my heart, a melody I start but can't complete. Listen to the sound from deep within. It's only beginning to find release. Oh, the time has come for my dreams to be heard. They will not be pushed aside and turned into your own, all 'cause you won't listen. Someone here inside, someone I thought had died so long ago. Oh, I'm screaming out, and my dreams will be heard. They will not be pushed aside or worse into your own, all 'cause you won't listen. You
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the bag, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch. Now, can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. Cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her. My life is a movie, bull riding in boobies. Cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my booty. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. Got no stress, I've been through all that. I'm like a Marlboro man, so I keep going back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Right, KWBC Radio Live, y'all. If you're just tuning in, this is the Relisha Real Podcast, and we're talking about the 5-year case of missing then 8-year-old. She was 8 years old then. Relisha Rudd. She would be at least 12 or 13 now. Now, where we left off, I was telling you guys how security and employees at the shelter should have been pursuing the rules and being more strict with them. But they allowed it, and Relisha was able to spend the night with Tatum. Now, before I continue, for those that are joining us now, if you have any questions, comments, and concerns and want to speak on it, call 516-387-1790. Do not press 1 yet. If you already have pressed 1, press 1 again to clear the line off. And because I it's lighting up. First 6 numbers of your phone, and then you'll be able to say what you gotta say. If you want to leave your name, it's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. All right, so Relisha. According to Melissa's statement, Relisha was brought home every time Tatum took her out. She would say she had a fun time with Mr. Tatum and come home with gifts. I'm going to come back to that in a second. But Tatum always picked up and dropped off Relisha, Melissa says. Melissa, he always dropped her off to either Melissa Young Turner, who's Relisha's grandmother, Relisha's Aunt Ashley, Relisha's own mother, Shamika. None of them claimed that they didn't have any read any red flags when it came to Tatum. Now, if you ask me, maybe Melissa was a little too high, drunk, I don't know, whatever. It was no one was searching for that red flag. Had to be something. It had to be some kind of red flag. Now, to fast forward, let's go to how Relisha was treated at home. Now, Lil Relisha hated the shelter. It took the school Relisha was going to report Relisha missing. Relisha was not in eyesight of her mother for 3 weeks. The school social worker at Relisha school was the one that made the call and reported that Relisha was missing. Tatum was writing doctor's notes, posing as a doctor, excusing Relisha from her absence in school. And let me jump a little. Shamika told the news, and you can see it on my YouTube page, Davis Empire INT, and look at the America's Tonight video when she said she don't think that Tatum did anything to Relisha. She felt attacked and victimized by the police and the FBI. She claims that if she wasn't black, poor, and living in poverty, then Relisha would be found. Now, that's a bunch of bullshit. And here comes the real kicker. Now, Tatum bought Relisha a Kindle tablet. I guess it was messed up or somehow. Melissa called Tatum to get her tablet fixed or get her a new one. And here's what gets me. All right. In the interview, Melissa says that she was calling Tatum on March 12th to fix Relisha's tablet. She said she called and asked Tatum if he knew where Relisha was. Now, why on earth would you be worried about some tablet getting fixed if you already knew your grandchild was missing? Anyway, she said she asked Tatum if he knew where Relisha was. According to Melissa, and she also said, or does he have Relisha? He said no, and then he asked her, do you know where I am? She said, yeah, you should be at home getting ready for your trip to Atlanta, Georgia. Melissa said that he said, you're right, but I'm already in Atlanta, Georgia. Then she changed and said, we're in Atlanta, Georgia. That's what Melissa said. And Melissa said, who? You, your wife, your daughter, and your granddaughter. He said, no, me, my wife, my daughter, granddaughter, and Relisha. Melissa claims that he told her they were in a retreat, but told Shamika that she was going for medical reasons. Now, before Young hung up, she told Tatum to bring Relisha home by Sunday the 16th. Now, here's what gets me. Melissa hung up immediately and called Shamika. I'm going to shock y'all with something in a minute. I'm going to really shock y'all with something in a minute. We gonna be right back in a minute. I'm going to shock y'all with the next. When we come back, I'm about to shock y'all with something that just tripped me out, that I just thought about. And we want to come to the end of my talking, and I want to hear from you guys, all right? We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most exciting stage show you've ever witnessed, appearing live, Excuse me, Dougie Fresh. Yes! Have you ever seen a show with fellas on the mic with 1 minute rhymes that don't come out right? They bite. They never write. That's not polite. Am I lying? No, you're quite right. Well, tonight, on the Terry mic, you're about to hear, we swear, the best star rappers of the year. So, cheerio, yell, scream, bravo. Also, if you didn't know, this is called the show. French, you're on. Here we go, come on, oh, here we go, come on, yo, what's wrong with that? Well, I don't know, they're late, told them the time, oh, I forgot the day. Man, you did it again, oh, no. Here we go, come on, here we go. No, we didn't. What? No, we didn't. What? No, we didn't. Well, don't get us wrong. Excuse me, Dougie, French, you're on. bell, my bell. Sunday monkey punch in on some, sitting on some slick record on rock that house. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm on the mic, there won't be no delaying. Bust a move, we show and prove. Hey yo, Doug, do that record jam on the groove.
KWDC Radio Live. This is the season 6 premiere of the podcast show that is bringing awareness to those that don't know about Relisha Tanae Rudd, those that forgot about Relisha Tanae Rudd, and those that is keeping the faith that one day she's going to be found. Now back to where we left off. Now, I said that I wanted to key something in with y'all right quick. Now, look at the dates here right quick. Let me go back and look at my notes right quick. Make sure I get everything right, because I don't want to, you know how people can get. Like that here. I said March 12th, if I'm not mistaken, were one of the dates. Hold on, let me look at my notes, y'all. Not as young as I used to be. I got my grandpa. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it was March 12th that Melissa called Tatum to fix Relisha's tablet. And he told her to bring her home that Sunday. So I don't know what date March 12th was on. I'm guessing that day, March 12th, was on the 16th, because she said bring her home by Sunday the 16th. Is the kicker. Yeah, excuse me, my allergies are acting up. So, Monday, Melissa said that he called saying that he took little Relisha to school. And Melissa said she looked at the calendar and she knew that school was closed. Now, I taught ROTC for a year. My kids went to DC schools. Nephew went to DC school. If March 16th was that Sunday, and that Monday she called Tatum on the 17th was St. Patrick's Day, wasn't no goddamn way that school was out on March the 17th. St. Patrick's Day is not a national holiday unless they had something now. I'm thinking maybe they had something, but y'all know how I think. If y'all are any of my normal listeners, y'all know how I think, and I don't even think that school was out that day. So Melissa claimed to have thought it was okay for Tatum to take Relisha because she does the same thing, she said. All the times that Melissa, Tatum took Relisha places, she thought it was the same thing because she said she takes kids, but she does it with parents' permission. Why, I'm not going to take other people's kids unless I'm close to the parents in some way. We're friends and the kids are friends with my kids, or it's my brother's kids, my cousin's kids, stuff like that. I'm not just going to take random kids with me anywhere, even if my kids are friends with those friends, if I'm not friends with their parents or we don't speak on a normal basis, then I'm not, no, it ain't happening. Now, in a few minutes, those that y'all want to make y'all comments and questions, press that one now so y'all can get y'all chance to speak your mind and speak on, give your question or comments, whatever you may have about this case. So now's the time for you to press one because I'm just about there. You about to get to that segment where I talk to you, the people. So if you're listening online, the number is 516-387-1790. You call in, press one if you got something to say, and we're going to talk for this last hour about this case. So, in a special on Relisha's case, Melissa said Shamika didn't sell or make any deal with Tatum. But the first two people I met were Melissa and Ashley, right? And they were beefing with Shamika at the time. Melissa said that there was a deal, and Ashley confirmed it. Now, it was told by Shamika, Ashley, and Melissa that Relisha was last seen. I'm sorry. It was Ashley and Melissa that said Relisha was last seen at the shelter. Shamika and Antonio confirmed it to me a couple of days ago that Shamika and Antonio said that Relisha was last seen at Ashley's house. There are a lot of different things going on with this case, ladies and gentlemen, and it is crazy. So, listeners, I'm opening the floodgates to y'all right now. If you got something to say, you got any questions, comments, concerns, whatever it may be, now is your time to call in. 516-387-1790. Press that one right up my board. I see y'all in there in the chat room talking right now. Let me go ahead and read some of this stuff off in the chat room now. Okay, this person wants to stay anonymous. And they want to know, was Tatum fucking Melissa or Ashley. I don't know. Or went under their bed. I don't know. I can't go with that. I just don't know. And we got another one right here. Okay. Could Tatum be the father of Relisha? That's a good question. I've had a lot of people tell me, look at her, look at him, look at the eyes, look at this, look at that. I don't like. That's another question I can't say I don't know. I really don't know. I wasn't under their bed. I wasn't in the delivery room. I didn't. I don't know. I know who my kids are. I know who my grandbaby is. But I just don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that. It's sad that it's been 5 years and this little girl still hasn't been found yet. And it hurts my heart. Anyway, the number is 516-387-1790. Y'all, we'll be back. Here's a little old school, little country, little rap going to it. It's John Anderson and Encore, and they swinging, y'all.
Think about it here just for a second. Ain't nothing better than a country girl, I reckon. Been around the world and I've been checking. Better listen close to this redneckin'. Sitting on the front porch, do a little courting. Radio bumping, Johnny Cole Fordin'. Little remixing, now it's banging. Come on everybody, let's do some swanging.
There's a little girl in our neighborhood. Her name is Charlotte Johnson and she's really looking good. I had to go and see her, so I called her on the phone. I walked over to her house and this was going on. Her brother was on the sofa eating chocolate pie. Her mom was in the kitchen cutting chicken up to fry. Daddy was in the backyard rolling up a garden hose. I was on the porch with Charlotte, feeling love down to my toes, and we was swinging. Yeah, just a swinging. Little Charlotte, she's as pretty as the angels when they sing. I can't believe I'm out here on a front porch in the swing, just a swinging. There's a little girl. Now Charlotte, she's a darling, she's the apple of my eye. When I'm on the swing with her, she makes me almost high. Charlotte is my lover, she has been since the spring. Just can't believe it started on the front porch in the swing. We were swinging. Yeah, just a swinging. Little Charlotte, she's as pretty as the angels when they sing. I can't believe I'm out here on a front porch in the swing, just a swinging.
Sitting there swinging, stars just shining. Take another sip for some good time shining. Get a little closer, now we're cooking. Still a little kiss when no one's looking. Country loving, turtle doving. My heart singing, show love swinging. Come on, country girl, let's do our thing. Big John gon' sing and we gon' swing.
Swinging. Yeah, just a swinging. Little Charlotte, she's as pretty as the angels when they sing. I can't believe I'm out here on a front porch in the swing, just a swinging.
I swear, I love that song. I like the old version, the original John Anderson version, but when I heard that, a white country redneck boy gave me that song to listen to. But anyway, KWDC Radio Live is one and only Keith Davis up on here, your DC Dark Knight and Citizen Detective. And we're talking about Relisha Rudd. This is the Relisha Rudd podcast. Next week we're going to be doing a couple of podcast shows and everything, y'all, so be on the lookout for that. But if y'all have any questions right now, while we up on here, call 516-387-1790 and press that 1 so I can see y'all light up this board. And I'll answer any questions, or if you got any comments you want to make, you can go ahead and make it. I saw somebody press 1 earlier, had 1 up earlier, and they cleared it for me. Wanted to see if they still wanted to add something to say. If not, I'm going back to my chat room. Looks like just a bunch of people making comments about Shamika and Melissa, but it looks like a lot of people on here are on Antonio's side just from seeing what happened on Steve Wilkos' show. I really can't answer on here that question, but if you contact me off the record, I can answer that. Y'all got to realize, even though I am self-producing this podcast and everything, I am still in the media and I still have to be on the fence about this, but I do have my own ideas, and I do have, from my law enforcement background, I do have my ideas about this case. So I just can't explain to that. Let me do say this and everything. I want to thank a lot of people that have done a lot of things for Relisha, and this radio show has inspired those things. First off, the I Am Relisha Rudd movement, I started myself, and I wanted to turn this movement into a revolution. But also the fact of the matter that the people that did Relisha's Law came from this radio show, and I want to thank them for hanging on and bringing that Relisha's Law out. Also, Relisha Rudd Day was born on this podcast, and I want to thank everybody that made that possible as well. There are still some people out there that are looking for Relisha and things like that and everything. The best way, if you can't go out nowhere, because I know what it feels like to be sick and shut in and everything. Even though I am in the hospital right now, I'm able to still do this radio show. Even if you aren't able to do a radio show like me or do other things and everything, prayer always works. Remember that. Prayer changes things. Y'all just don't know. We're going to talk about more about this next Wednesday on the Relisha Rudd podcast. I see here, don't nobody else have anything else to say. None of my callers have anything to say. So we're going to have some people here next week. We're going to have some guests coming up. I'm not going to say next week. I forget what dates it's going to be. But we're going to have some upcoming guests that are going to be coming on this show and everything. And season 6 ends in March. I believe it's going to be March 26th is the last day for this season. And we're going to take a break, and then we're going to revamp again. Of course, every season we tend to revamp the show, which is really good. I like the fact that we're revamping the show, and I like the fact that I'm able to keep on doing the show. If y'all didn't read it, I was in the Washington Post earlier this year about doing the show for 5 years and everything, and I'll do it 5 years more. I'll do it 5 more years after that if I have to. If it's going to help find Relisha, I'm going to keep it going. Best believe that. So I guess I'll give somebody another chance to call in and everything. If y'all want to call in, the number's 516-387-1790. Just go on to call in. I'm going to take a quick break. Somebody just told me to play Juice again. Okay. Like I said, 516-387-1790. Press that 1. And I got y'all. Now, for those people that are on the phone right now, if y'all got anything to say, go ahead and press 1. Questions, comments, don't matter. You will be getting a text message because y'all are on the, once y'all call in here, you'll be on the text list to remind you of the show. If you do not want to be reminded, just press stop. And you won't be bothered. But if you do, right after the show, you want to be sent a text message, and if you say it's going to say start or stop. So whichever you choose, the text message just reminds you the day before the show comes, and reminds you that the show comes, and the day of the show reminds you what time the show come on and everything, and it also will let you know of any breaking news, things like that, with the Relisha Rudd story. Also, just to let y'all know, this podcast, right after this, it'll be by tomorrow or Friday, it's going to be on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, and I believe that's it. But yeah, this is really moving out there. It's really moving out there. Anyway, we want to have to play Juice like somebody asked me to and everything. If anybody over here that calling in wants to say something, question, comments, or concerns, press that 1. We'll be right back.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, don't say it 'cause I know I'm cute. Louis down to my drawers, LV all on my shoes. I be dripping so much sauce, got a bin looking like red goo. Lit up like a crystal ball, that's cool, baby, so is you, that's how I roll. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. They just say I'm not the baddest bitch you like. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice. Yeah-yah-dee. 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 Yeah-yah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah-yah-dee. 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 Yeah-yah. don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. Heard you say I'm not the baddest bitch alive. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the boots. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the fruit. Gotta blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Somebody come get this man. I think he got lost in my DMs. What? My DMs. What? You better come get your man. I think he wanna be way more than friends. What? More than friends. What you want me to say? It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the boots. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the fruit. Gotta blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah.
KWDC Radio Live, y'all. This is the one and only DC Dark Knight. Keith Davis up on here. And I got a question. Well, not really a question, but it's, it's a question. Saying what's going to be done about the boys. Honestly, I don't know. It really doesn't look good for Relisha's brothers. I really wish that they would be able to come home to at least Antonio. You know, Antonio is really going through it. He misses his kids. And as a father, I feel him. You know, I can't say I don't feel him and everything. You know, as a father myself, no matter the circumstances, if I was away from my kids, I'd be devastatingly hurt too. And Antonio, if you're listening, I'm definitely praying for you, bro. I don't know what more can be done to help you try to get your boys, but you doing what you keep doing what you're doing. Y'all don't know, Antonio's been struggling. He had to really kind of lie about who he was to even get a job behind all this. The guy can't even get a proper job, without this, and that's sad. That's sad. That people would even think like that. So, yeah, as far as the boys, we really don't know. We really don't know. Is there any new leads on Relisha? Right now, there's no new leads. I forgot to say, I should say that for next week. I should have saved for next week, but I'm trying to get Andre Tatum Jones on the show, which is Khalil Tatum's nephew. I had him on the show before. He's running around telling people that Relisha is down in Decatur, Georgia, and that she's alive. Now, we don't know how much that is true, but I am going to keep on digging to, see how much of that is really true. And if she is alive, that's awesome. I'm thinking about going down to Decatur, Georgia myself and doing some passing some flyers out and everything. So I'm thinking about planning a trip to Georgia once I'm well and go down there and just, look for her myself. Of course, along with some help of any volunteers that want to go down there with me. It's hard. It's hard, when this is just a child and you know that this isn't your child, but you still feel heartfelt that this is a child, period. And it's been 5 long years. It's been 5 years too long. It's going on almost 10 years for my cousin who's been missing since 2010. And people in my family, are devastated from that. A lot of people don't show it as much, but people in my family, we all want Unique to come home, and I don't know. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, since no one else is calling in or asking questions and everything, I thank y'all for listening. Tune in next Wednesday, same time, same place. I'm about to get up in here and relax and watch some All Elite Wrestling and chill out, y'all. Tune in next week. I will see y'all tomorrow. Next week, sorry. Peace.